There are tons of old series and games that we all used to play when we were kids. But when you try to look for them now, you can't find it, or it has gone missing off the internet. Today, we will be looking at the most frightening lost media apps. So watch till the end to find the scariest one.
I am always bored and you entertain me.
This first lost media is called
Song Doesn't Exist.
Apparently everyone has heard of this songbear, but they don't know where it came from. This sounds really creepy, so let's watch a video on it.
Lost Media Part 4. The song that doesn't exist. So there's a song that everybody has claimed they have heard before, but nobody has ever found this song. In 2021, somebody with the user 𝒂𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗍𝒂𝗯𝗀𝗋 uploaded this song to the website 𝒑𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃. This website helps identify songs you don't know. The song went viral and many people were curious. Later, the song was uploaded on YouTube to be remastered and people tried their hardest to find this song. Nobody could find it, so people came up with conspiracy theories like that it was AI generated, and that the singer's first language is Japanese because of the accent. But there's no proof of any of these, and it's just lost media. Here's what it sounds like. Stay safe.
Whoa, that's so crazy how nobody has found who made this song or where it came from. I think this would be ranked 6/10 on my list for scariest lost media because the song is pretty nice. There's not really much information that explains this further since it's pretty lost. This next lost media app is called Ava the 3D doll. This app was really similar to Talking Angela in a way. You did the same things. But something that set them apart was that Ava, the doll, was way creepier. Let's see what she did that made the game get deleted.
Lost Media, Part 2.
Ava the 3D doll.
So Ava the 3D doll was a game where you can go outside, dress and feed Ava, the doll. You might be wondering, what is a lost media? So for the people who doesn't know, I'll explain. So you were playing a game and you were really enjoyed by the game until a few years later you tried to find the game but you can't see it. So if that happens to you, that means the game got deleted. So Ava the 3D doll was deleted in Apple Store, Google App Store, and the reason why it got deleted it was because a glitch happened. The glitch is when you put Ava to bed and leave and check Ava again, you will see Ava standing looking at you angrily. This game was made by Coco Play in App Store and Google App Store. That's all, and stay safe.
What I notice is that loads of these abandoned apps are mainly on the Google Play Store. I think this because the Apple App Store has an extra layer of security which stops creepy games. That's so creepy if you're just trying to put your character to bed and they stand angrily. No wonder it was removed from Play Store. I managed to find some old clips of people testing out this game, so let's take a look.
Hi guys, I'm back. Today's old deleted game is Ava the 3D doll. Ava the 3D doll was a game made by Coco Play, and it was created in 2015. It was similar to Talking Angela except it had a lot more things to do. You can dress her, feed her, make her dance, change her outfit, give her a bath, make her do some fun activities and play on the Switch. It was part of many of our childhoods. It had more than 100k downloads. The last update they did was version 2.2 and they added the Switch. Sadly, though it got deleted, not so short after, because of controversies, saying that kids used to have nightmares about it. Did you guys recognize this game? Let me know.
If kids used to have nightmares, why didn't they just patch the glitches? Maybe it was too difficult. They didn't have 𝒂𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃, or they couldn't be bothered. But if this game is as popular as people say it was, then surely fixing shouldn't have been a problem. This next lost media is called Charlie the Steak. This is a game where you basically butcher the steak however you want, although it can be quite creepy at times. But that was not the main reason it got removed from the App Store. Far from it, actually. They removed the app due to lack of updates, which meant that newer devices couldn't use the app.
Since Charlie the Steak is finally coming back, let's clear up some misinformation about this game. Charlie the Steak was never released on Android, so any gameplay you've seen on Android are just recreations. But there might be a chance in the near future of an Android port. But it would require the developer to fully remake the game for Android, which would take a lot of money and effort. People also think that Charlie the Steak was taken off of the App Store because of its gore. But that is just completely false. The reason this game was removed from the App Store was because it was too old and the developer didn't update it for newer devices. And that's where a very interesting problem comes up. You see, there is a genuine chance of the game not being approved when the developer goes to re-upload it to the App Store. Because Apple has changed a lot over the years, and something they allowed 10 years ago might not be allowed today. But anyways, drop a follow for more updates and gameplay for when the game comes out.
That is useful to know. I managed to find footage of someone actually butchering the steak, and it's so creepy.
I finally got Charlie the Steak.
It might seem silly and goofy to many, which it kinda is, but something about it seems off to me. I still wouldn't try to look for this game, as there are many virus clones of it. The last lost media was an old Disney movie called Newt, but it got cancelled during production. Many think that this is because of creative differences and writer's block. Let's see this video to know more about it.
Lost Media Part 6. Newt. So Newt is a movie produced by Disney that never actually aired. In 2008, Pixar announced this upcoming film. It was about the last male and female blue-footed newt. They had to repopulate and save their species. But after a few years, it was announced by Pixar that production was canceled. It was the first ever Disney film to have been canceled while in the works. It was supposed to have been released in 2012, but it was canceled and replaced by Brave later that year. People were still left wondering why it was canceled, and it was said that it was because the plot was too complicated and they couldn't figure it out. They called in Pete Docter to help because he created many hits like Toy Story 2 Up, Monsters, Inc. and more. So they asked him to help, and he said that he had a better idea, and later made Inside Out. So Newt was replaced with Inside Out, and nobody really talked about it since. Stay safe.
It sounds like a really interesting concept, and I would have loved to see this movie play out. It's a shame it got cancelled. Never mind. I just found out the real reason this movie got cancelled. Let's watch this man explain it for more clarity.
Movies That Never Happened, Part 16. In 2008, Pixar announced an upcoming film called Newt, which would have been about the last male and female blue-footed newts who have to repopulate to save their species. And people were upset at turning red. This movie would have just been all about newts. But after a few years, it was announced that the project was cancelled, making it the first and so far only film that Pixar has announced and then later cancelled. It never came out what the true death blow was, but a reasonable explanation is that it shares its plot with Rio. Still, Newt probably would have been far more existential than Rio.
So I think the real reason this movie got cancelled is because it shared a plot with Rio and 𝒑𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃 were trying to make it different, but they couldn't find a way to make it not seem like a copy. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment bacon to confuse the others.